Hey guys, welcome back. Entity Prison Box. Again, before I get into it, the more you, through appropriate reading materials, the more you read on this topic, the more occult you learn, the more magic you learn, the more time you spend with entity, like one-on-one, genuine good time with entity, the more this time, this knowledge, this reading, these words become knowledge, becomes power. Okay, so this spell that I developed is based on, let's say, the laws of entity, the laws of spirituality, knowing one's own power and how magic works, and through your relationship with entity. So this, I've, if you can't see it that clearly now, check out my IG page. There's a couple more pics on it. I don't want to move this spell right now to show it to you guys. It's a very powerful entity prison box slash, let's call it lower level entity, parasitical entity, an archon. Again, and this is somewhat related to a video I've also just shot now on a shift in the energy, the shift in our atmosphere that's happening right now. That's leading to more and more parasitical attacks, more and more entity attacks. Even there's even been a few which is actually not as regular as people might think. It's quite rare. In tranquil attacks, in tranquil attachments. And so you have options. You have banishing options, spiritual cleaning, rituals, all that stuff, which is great, you know. But again, spiritual work, magic work, and this is what I'm hoping you guys understand in this vid now. It's somewhat like taking an antidepressant or any form of antipsychotic. It's actually not a generic once-off tick for everyone. It's trial and error, actually. I don't know if you're familiar with those things. It's trial and error. What works on patient A might not work on patient B, but have slightly different effects, you know. So a spiritual cleansing might work on you now. The next one might need 2 or 3 spiritual cleansings plus a banishing on entity. So, you know, it's not that the spellcaster necessarily doesn't know what they're talking about. On that note, see if they do know what they're talking about. See if they have good words like mine, let's say. And if you think it's good or informative, give it a like, give it a share, get the knowledge out there. So, if you are under attack, firstly, make sure you're under attack by a spiritual entity. If you're not sure, reach out to someone like me. Let me ask the appropriate questions, do a bit of insight, do a bit of reading, shadow reading, and I will also confirm it. If so, and nothing else is working, and again, you can do it at the same time. We can do this prison box spell while you're still performing cleansing rituals on yourself at home, which is good. There's nothing wrong with it. You know, it's just a bonus protection for yourself in any case. What you want to do, firstly, is have a good relationship with a very powerful entity for this, because this spell has to be done with a powerful entity. I'm currently doing one for a client now. I'm doing it with Lord Lucifer himself one time. I'm basically asking him, petitioning him to be, even in his busy schedule, to be somewhat of the warden over this prison that I've created. Whether he's looking after it himself or getting someone else to do it underneath him, that's fine. Okay? It's a very hard spell to perform, but I will explain it to you as best I can. If you're in a situation where you need it done, you can either give it a try yourself, and I hope you hear me now. Put up protection for yourself. I'm not saying this to get the work coming my way, but this is a very hard spell. It's somewhat tricky. You do open yourself up for attack. So I'm getting that out the way. You want to get an actual box, okay? And you can see on the pics. You want to put letters of demand, curse, banishment, and imprisonment inside that you're writing upon this entity, this parasite. You want to put something in there that represents this parasite. I've put it in there, broken black and red candles with certain scribing on it, okay? That's the representation. On top of it, I put 2 prison candles. I put Lucifer candles on either side of it, plus Lucifer candles behind it. His sigil, full on petition to him. Client on the other side, completely protected by me, my will, my intent, by the actual spell materials, and by Lucifer himself, which is what you will do for yourself. You will have a candle, white, yellow, black, representing you for protection away from the spell box, the prison area. You then call on entity. You make sure you have a good relationship with this entity first, right? And I have a good relationship. I'm so grateful to Lucifer to have this relationship with him. And I call upon him and I work it. You will see yourself, like for myself anyway, I will see client completely. I'll call out names, see client physically. I'll even stand there and I'll sense where I'm feeling negative energy, darkness, heaviness, and I'll pull that entity off of him through certain words as well. which will come to you the more time you spend with powerful entity. I will remove forcefully this entity. You have to, in my experience, I will feel a pull come through like a magnetic pull, and it'll flow up to my elbow normally on the side, and I'll pull until I feel it's heavy enough, and I will pull it into that box, and you literally put it in there. I will see, everyone's will be different. I will see a certain form, and I'll grip onto this entity, I'll put it in the box, and I find myself in a place of like space. If you give this a try, you might find it as well. And I'll put him in a box, and the dimension of the box never changes, just the outside. It can be like the metal bars, a full-on box with no windows, so forth. And I'll see this thing completely trapped, never getting out. I'll see myself above it, watching like God. I'll see gods around of any form you can think of. And most importantly, in this case, I see Lord Lucifer overseeing it, condemning that action of the parasite for firstly attacking client, attacking you, imprisoning him, and you bind it in there. You literally bind it. You put all your energy in your hands, and entity and prison cell is in your hands, but you have to keep pulling it off client, off yourself, into prison. And I promise you guys, if you are not trained and like even a bit confused with the latest stuff, that you're not doing it right, this spell needs at least 5 to 7 days working. Again, if you would like to give it a try, if you're in the situation, consider giving me a shout for it. It is a risky spell, because you're literally attacking an entity here, okay? Even though you are calling on protection. If you know you're not powerful enough or experienced enough, don't try it. I just thought I'd share the video with you so that you know that there's an option out there. You can just simply take this fucker off you and imprison his ass in a spiritual prison box that is overseen by a way more powerful entity, but it has to have your energy on it as well, which is very important. Guys, be good. Any questions, comments, let me know. If you need my help, let me know. I'll get back. Cheers.